come out tonight, especially our library board and new member. And Caleb's with us tonight from the engineer's office. Our chief accountant is here tonight, some of our department heads and the paper and the press. We're just proud to see everybody. And Miss Janice, you're back with us, feeling good, so that's a good report. Thank you for coming out. We're going to get started, but before we do, let's stand together and have an invocation and our pledge. Our Heavenly Father, we pause just to give you thanks for another good day of life. We thank you, Lord, for all your blessings that you richly bestow upon our community. Father, we ask that we might enter into the season that's approaching, a time of thankfulness, and then our Christmas season. Lord, help us to always be thankful for the things that we have and the things that we are given. Lord, we ask you to be in this meeting tonight. Help us to conduct business in a way that will please you. In Christ's name I pray. Amen. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. We have a fairly short agenda tonight. Covers a good bit of ground though, and we want to get right into it. And our first item on the agenda tonight is the approval of our minutes. This meeting is not an on-time meeting. It's been delayed by a week, so we're going all the way back to October the 7th for the minutes of that first meeting of the month. And then we, of course, skip the third Monday night, and we hear it the fourth Monday night. But we're asking to approve the minutes of the October 7th meeting. We'll need a motion for that.
I'll make that motion.
Bobby Joe made the motion. We'll need a second.
I'll second.
Wade second. All in favor of approving our minutes? Thank you. On behalf of the Clyde Nix Public Library Board of Trustees, a recommendation has been made to appoint Sheila Schatz to the Library Board. Ms. Schatz will be replacing Charlotte Feltman, who had served a long tenure and has now moved from our community. And I would like to let the council help me to welcome Sheila Schatz and motion and second to vote her in as our new library trustee.
I'll make a motion.
Gene made a motion. We need a second.
I'll do that.
Okay, and we need to vote on that. All for Ms. Sheila joining our Board of Trustees. And Star, if you'll introduce Sheila and tell everybody who might not know who she is, just who she is, please.
Yes, Sheila, would you like to stand up? This is Sheila Schatz. She's a resident of Hamilton. Your husband's name is Don. You might want to tell me.
I have two daughters, Samantha and Leslie. Leslie lives in Huntsville. She works at community college there. And Sam is still at home. And I work in the library at the church. So I deal with the library a lot.
Well, we're real proud to welcome you to our library trustee board, and we appreciate the job that the library board does for our library and support that's given to Star and her group as they carry forward our library board. Thank you for that. The third item tonight on our agenda would be the approval of our 2020 budget for the city. This would also include our Hamilton Water Department and our general budget for the city. The special projects that we have this year are going to run us a little bit over our expected revenues, even though our revenue stream is looking good, around $7.6 million in receipts each year. It appears that this year with our special projects being 4 projects that we'll be funding sometime during this year, and we budgeted for some fairly extensive equipment, including a garbage truck. We'll be adopting a budget that's $1,133,000 deficit. But we've looked over this, and the numbers all look respectable. I'm going to recommend this budget for approval tonight, and if there's any discussion, we'll have it. If not, we need a motion and a second to approve the 2020 budget.
You're speaking that we're gonna be spending $1.25 million more than what we're gonna be taking in?
It's possible. If we do everything in the budget and spend all the money, we'll be adopting a budget that's $1,133,000 negative. And last year, we approved a budget with over a $2 million deficit, but we didn't happen to spend all the money because some of the projects didn't come through.
That's pretty well over what we're expecting. Are you expecting any more special revenues this year than, how much revenue did we have last year?
We adopted the budget, these are practically the budget numbers. The 7.6 million is about what we took in, is that correct?
That's about what we took in last year. And if we didn't do the special projects, we would actually be at about a $350,000 surplus, which is where we've made that much in some years, in the last few years. But, you know, we've got one project, Gene, we have to do because it's the balance on the recreation building. It's already been, it's in the budget because there's nothing we can do about that. The other special project is on the Loves. Hopefully that will produce revenue for us in the future. And then the new garbage truck, and some paving. We can't do these special projects every year. That's obvious. But if we didn't have them, we would have a good surplus because our revenues were up, sales taxes were up, occupation taxes were up. So the revenues are in good shape. And I hope that surely we won't have these special things that we're wanting to do this year, every year, where we can get back to budget surpluses like we've had in the past.
Well, next year, when we get the truck stop, I can see that, it's certainly gonna bring the money in.
That's one of the projects.
Yeah, one of them. What was the other big one?
We've got the rec center, that's
Yeah.
$422,000. It's in there for that. And, then we have the garbage truck. And, that's $375,000 budget for that. So those are the.
You're doing one more besides the.
And we had the Loves, $289,000 free. We had $150,000 paving.
Yeah.
That, and then there was a Ragsdale project.
And the Ragsdale project too, for the sewer and water project.
Yeah. So we've got a lot of extra projects. Hopefully, we won't have to repeat that next year. And, because our revenues are excellent, actually, they're really good.
You think we'll be all right with this?
I do.
Okay.
And another thing, we won't be buying a garbage truck every year. Plus, we're not gonna jump into as many, new projects, that are gonna eat at our budget. In the 2020, we're gonna be cautious about entering into things that we don't absolutely have to do. These things that came up, like our paving project, we could not do that, but we're gonna give up our $200,000 money that we got from the state. And, this Lowe's project, I think, will make its way back quickly to us. So I think we're still okay to adopt this budget. I would recommend it for approval.
All right, I'll make a motion.
Gene made a motion, we need a second.
Second.
Bobby Joe made a second. All in favor of approving the 2020 budget? Thank you so much. Item 4 is our annual request from the Hamilton Area Chamber of Commerce to provide them with $17,500 for monies to carry out their year's projects, those including the Jerry Brown Arts Festival, the Shrimp Boil, Miss Hamilton Pageant, and related pageants, Buddy Hatchie, River Fall Fest, the Hamilton Christmas Parade with Santa, and the National Day of Prayer and Santa on the Square. So all those projects will be done under this contract with the Chamber of Commerce. They've come back to us this year with the same requests as last year. These are the exact funds that they operated with last year, and they didn't ask for any increases. So I'm going to recommend that we fund the chamber again as we did last year. We need a motion on that.
I'll make that motion.
Wade made a motion that we fund our chamber. Second.
I'll second it.
Bobby Joe second. All in favor? Any opposed? All right. We have 5 and 1 abstention. Item 5 is a recommendation to pass a resolution 2019-10-28 awarding the construction contract to RDB Construction Incorporated for the low bid price of $849,665 for the CDBG project for water, sewer, and street improvements at the Ragsdale Housing Authority complex. $450,000 of this money is coming from grant monies that's been awarded for this project, and the difference in the expenses will be split with the Hamilton Housing Authority and the City of Hamilton. And I believe the Housing Authority has agreed to put a little over $300,000 in this project so they can get their street paved that's going to be torn up, and we'll have about $210,000 or so in the project also. This contract has been bid, and tonight we need to award this contract to Rev Construction so they can get started. Caleb, is that pretty well covering it? Do you have any comments on that from our engineering department here?
Yes, sir, that pretty well covers it. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Caleb Dean. I work at Goodwin Mills in Kaywood in Vernon. I'll be serving as the project manager on this project. Mayor, you've done a pretty good job describing it. We actually did this project on August the 6th, which was a little over 2 months ago. And so the reason we're just now getting around to awarding the contract is because we did have to go through a formal amendment for the grant to remove some items of work in the contract. We had bid the project originally to include water, sewer, street pavement, and some storm drainage. But due to, budgetary constraints there, it decided, with discussions between the city, the engineer, and the grant writer, that our best option would be to remove the storm drainage work and just award the project at the base bid for water, sewer, and street paving. And so we got that grant approved about 2 weeks ago, the formal amendment approved about 2 weeks ago. And so, like the mayor said, it's our recommendation that the city awards the project to Rev Construction. They were the low bid. The bid amount was $849,665. I do have the notice of awards here also. If the council does decide to award this project tonight, I can go ahead and have the mayor sign and execute these notice of awards in conjunction with the resolution. I guess that's about all I have, unless there are any questions, maybe I can answer those for you.
How about the rest of the project there that you left off, the money that we was gonna have to spend?
That made the bid over $1 million.
Yes. Yeah, the low bid, if you considered the storm drainage work, it was, give me 1 second right here, it was over $1 million.
Did you leave it off though?
Yes,
Well,
yes.
what are you gonna do about fixing it? Who's gonna pay for it? It's gotta be done, hasn't it?
Well, it wasn't originally included in the grant to
But
begin
what
with.
I'm saying, it's gotta be done.
No.
What? Then the work doesn't have to be, that work doesn't have to be done?
The storm drainage
No, sir.
part doesn't.
It does,
Huh?
We're gonna leave the storm drain like it is now.
Oh, okay.
yes,
That'll work the way it is now?
yes. Yes, when we had the public hearing meeting, it come up through some of the people that lived over there. They were saying that, it would be a good thing to add if we had the money to do rework the storm drain system. And so we did design and include it in the bid to get a price on it. But after we got our price in, it was well over $1 million. And so that was kind of what we decided was we'll just remove the storm drain from the project. But basically the storm drainage, the system will be left the way it is currently right now.
Is it giving you any trouble now?
Once or twice a year, the citizens that live over there have to wade water about to shoot them out deep. That's in extreme cases.
Yeah.
I thought I'd heard something about had a problem over there with it.
What happens, Gene, the drainage needs to go across the highway. And it's designed to go back down toward, Wade Rollins' old house down there, and Pat and Mike down that hill. And the pipe keeps getting smaller and smaller going down that way. And they're gonna have to go all the way down that hill with drainage, and it just busted our bubble when that came in the bid. Nobody could afford to pay for it. The housing authority didn't have the extra money. We couldn't get any more grant money, and the city didn't have the money, so we bid it again and took this drainage out, and we're gonna wait for a later date when everybody can put some more eggs in the basket before we bid that in. And it's just not gonna happen in this job. There is a slight problem with the drainage, but
That's what I thought.
it can't be fixed right now. There's not enough money to do it.
But we're gonna go ahead and do the other and leave that alone. We got a problem there also.
Till we can get some more money up. It's been a problem for 25 years, and we just, all we had set out to do was get a new, pipes over there, so they'd have better water meters, cleaner water. Is a water and sewage project for us, but they was tearing up one of their streets, to get into these pipes, so it was put in to repave it, and the housing authority was chipping in more money to help pave their street, but they didn't have the excess money to fix the drainage when that came up, and we just had to back it out of the bid.
How much was the drainage? How much is left there?
From 849 to about $1.1 million.
I think it was approximately 1.2 million was what the low bid would be if you considered the drainage items as well.
And how much leaving the drainage off?
It lowers it down to 849,
Well, it's
849.
$3,051,000 then for the drainage. I mean, 300,000.
Yes, approximately, that's correct.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Three.
yeah, it was a
Yeah.
lot more money that was going to come
Must
up.
be a big problem. That's all I'd say.
Well, it is somewhat of a problem. Tell them, Robbie, stand up and tell us kind of what we found out today. We went over and had the public hearing.
Well, the only drainage problem actually they have is the pipes are a little small for the amount of drainage they have, but it only happens maybe once a year. They might have an issue.
What does it do when it does that? Where does it flood?
Where you turn in to go where the office area is over in Ragsdale, when you make that corner right there, all the drainage is right there in the center, and it all comes to that center right there to drain out, and that's where they get little buildup of water during a heavy rain.
Right.
A normal rainfall, they don't have an issue. But it's just when they have like a monsoon rain, that it can't get it out fast enough.
It drains, but if it flash floods, it's gonna back up for a little while,
Yeah.
maybe a couple of hours.
Sounds like that's a lot of money to put a drainage in.
Yeah.
To me. 300 and something thousand dollars.
Right.
Drainage.
It's
That don't sound, how far you running that drain?
Well, that's the issue. Like the mayor said, if we could go across the highway, it's a much shorter distance, and that would obviously be a cheaper route to take the stormwater. But the problem there is gonna be getting a permit approved from AlDOT, having to cross the state highway. We asked them about that, and they pretty much told us we couldn't do that. So the alternative was to pipe it out of the backside of the housing authority and then back down the road to the creek. And it is a long way. It's, I think it's about 1,200 feet. And so that's why it's so expensive, is because we don't have anywhere to take it.
Move it out of there, it's a long haul.
Well, I don't understand, why would the highway department not let you put the pipe under the road? What road are you going under over there?
It'd be
278?
Highway 278, yes.
Is it 4-lane?
Yeah.
Yes, I think there
Five-
might be a
five-
turn lane there also.
5 lane.
Okay.
Yeah.
The project's still alive, it's
Yeah,
just
that's
doesn't
also-
include the drainage at this time. We'd like to, we bid it with drainage, see if we get away with it and have the money to pay for it, but us and the housing authority couldn't come up with the other money readily, for the rest of the project, and we were given our fair share for what we were doing. The housing authority was putting a good deal in it, and then we had our $450 from the grant, but it's gonna take a lot more money than we anticipated for the drainage. So I would like to go ahead and get the project started and get it done, and we'll address that drainage at some point, but we just can't do it right now.
No, and we can't do it next year, the next year, how much we're going in the hole this year anyway.
I know,
But I just don't see how draining the pipe costs nearly $500,000.
it's a big complex problem, and
Well, nobody can't help it. That's a real problem.
but
Anyway,
I'd like to go ahead and because we have a legitimate bid and the dates have run and the new approval's been done through the state, I'd like to go ahead and award this bid and get it started. We can get a motion to bring it to vote.
I'll make a motion.
Tammy made the motion, we need a second on that motion. Wait a second, let's, vote to, right now we'd be voting to award Rev Construction the awarded bid. All in favor? Any opposed? All right. That motion carried.
Did everybody vote? Yes.
I didn't.
We had 4, and 2 abstain. Did y'all abstain?
Yeah, I did.
Abstain or you vote no?
Just not voting.
It passed by 4 to 2 abstentions. In the way of announcements, Halloween is upon us. I'd like to ask our community to consider, if you're an adult, please watch the type of attire that you wear for fear of the scare factor. Clown masks are out. We don't want you wearing clown masks if you're an adult, for sure. Anything that's hideous, let's don't be scaring our youth with that. I'm all for trick-or-treating with little children, but if you're an adult, please refrain from wearing a costume such as a clown makeup or any very scary mask. Our Buddy Hatchie River Fall Festival was postponed last week due to the rain episode that we had, but it's coming back up November the 2nd. We want it to be bigger and better than ever, so we asked our community to come out and support our Buddy Hatchie River Fall Fest, and that'll be starting at 9 o'clock, in and around, starting at the Court Square, coming toward the high school. I think it'll be in all those blocks. There'll be a lot of activity. Come out and enjoy it, and have a good time with us here at Hampton. Does anyone have anything else to discuss tonight? Department heads, do you have anything? Thank you all for being here. We appreciate it. If we don't have any other business, we'd ask for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Got a motion to adjourn, need a second?
Second.
All in favor? Thank you. Thank you for being with us tonight.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/49 County News TV.